What's so scary about a little old librarian?
Move it!
Welcome to another week of Mason Cable Network's movie review show from the cinema. I'm your flippin' sweet host, Alex Dotson. I've got a really exciting episode coming your way today, folks. This week is Movie Monster Mashup at the Johnson Center Cinema. On Friday and Saturday night, experience a movie that is a must-see on the big screen, Pacific Rim. And then Saturday and Sunday night, journey through your closet door into the world of Monsters University. Can you handle this many monsters in one night? All of this CGI madness is cordially brought to you by the Office of Student Involvement. But now we get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk story. Pacific Rim is up first. It's 2013 when the world changed forever. An interdimensional portal opened up in the Pacific Ocean. It wasn't the path to the lost city of Atlantis, and unfortunately puppies and kittens didn't come swimming out. Nope. Big-ass monsters started terrorizing the countries along the Pacific Rim. The exodus started off slowly, with months in between attacks. After a while, our culture started sensationalizing and making a profit out of the Godzilla-like movie hysteria. Toys were made, and people just assumed that everything would naturally get better, except it didn't. The frequency of the attacks started increasing with weeks and even days in between monster emergences. Standard military techniques such as tanks and battleships couldn't keep up with the growing demand. That's when the nations of the Pacific Rim rolled out their secret weapons, giant robots piloted by humans. In the movie, we follow co-pilots Riley and Mako as they fight giant monsters and try to save the world. And that's all you really need to know. There's a science horror comedy subplot that really shines, and plenty of robot on monster mayhem. This movie doesn't necessarily need to be plot driven, since what keeps the movie going is the stunning visual effects and sheer intensity. I can honestly say that all 5 of my senses have never been so stimulated at once by a movie before. It is easily the most fun that you will have in a theater all year. And all that credit can be given to a Mr. Guillermo del Toro, science fiction director extraordinaire. This is the guy who's made such films as Blade 2, Hellboy, and Pan's Labyrinth. He's got this insane ability to completely immerse the viewer in the worlds that he builds. And he offers surprising insight into our current culture in a sequence that at the beginning of the film that I won't ruin here. Now, I literally cannot recommend this film any more than I already have. But just in case, go see Pacific Rim, please. Now we move on to a monster movie that's a little more animated. Monsters University is the 14th Pixar feature and its first prequel. After 12 years of fond memories and success, Monsters, Inc. now has the equivalent of a mildly attractive cousin or something. University finds Mike and Sully, yep, you guessed it, in college. See if you can identify the cookie-cutter format this movie uses. Sully is a naturally scared monster, but is a bad student. Mike is not scary at all, but is a real brainiac. They don't like each other, but when they are forced to work together to achieve a common goal, they both learn and grow, and eventually bring a small child into the monster world accidentally a few years down the line. Pretty standard stuff. The adversity that they have to overcome is winning the Scare Games, which is a Greek fraternity-sorority competition to earn a position in the school's coveted scaring program. They are in the loser fraternity, Uzma Kappas, and really want to beat the cool guy fraternity, Roar Omega Roar. Hijinks ensue, and then the movie ends with a trip into the human world. Some familiar faces show up, most notably Randall, the villain from Monsters, Inc., as well as Roz and the Abominable Snowman. Monsters University is a step up in terms of Pixar's recent string of disappointing features, like Cars 2 and Brave. But it's not a step in the right direction either. This edition brought none of the magic an original Pixar film usually casts over the audience. There were plenty of laughs, but I can get my animation funnies from Despicable Me or Rio. I watch Pixar because they used to be next level. The one part of University that I really did love is the part that feels most out of place. Now, I won't spoil anything, but when Mike and Sully go into this human world in the second climax of the film, everything changes. It has almost nothing to do with the washed-up college storyline. The animated human world looks so breathtaking and unique, and the actual content of that part of the story was a step up as well. While Monsters University is better than all of the other animated movies that have come out in a severely disappointing 2013, it's still not a great movie. Parts are great, but it never comes together to create that signature Pixar magic. Well, that'll do it for me this week, folks. I hope you enjoyed our movie monster mashup. I can't wait to see you again next week when I'll be talking about this summer's biggest female-driven action comedy, The Heat. Until then, go to the JC Cinema and have a great weekend.
Behold, my brothers of Uzma Kappa!
I'm Art. Thought you might like to keep a dream journal.
I'm a dance major, and I'm not.
Not exactly the scariest group in the world.
Smile! Hi, Mom!
Today we face the monsters that are at our doors and bring the fight to them. You can finish this! Today we are canceling the apocalypse!